In the previous video, we have gone through about the legacy software. So coming into the next topic, it's a software myth. It's a very important 5-mark question in the examination point of view. So coming into this topic, first we need to define about the myth. Myth is nothing but it's a wrong belief or a misinformation. Okay. Next, we need to define about the software myth. It is a belief about the software and the process used to build the software. We are undergoing with the process to build a software, believing some kind of rules. Okay, myths have number of attributes that causes serious problems on the software. Too many attributes will cause the problems to the software. Okay, in this type of myths. Getting into the topic of software myth types. We have 3 types of software myths: management myth, customer myth, developer or partitionary myth. Customer myth, where the customer believes about the misinformations in this. So getting into that, software myth, belief by the customer who can be internal or external. So the customer will believe that the software can be external or internal. Next, the customer believe that general statements of objectives is sufficient to start writing a program. To write some kind of program, this customer thinks that only few basics are enough to write a program, but we need to go to the depth to write a program. So it is also a misinformation. Next, changing the requirements is easy because software is flexible. He thinks that software is always flexible. We can easily change the software according to our requirements, but it is too difficult, right? It's also a misinformation. Next, customer believe that software development is very easy. The development of the software is not at all easy, so the customer also take a wrong belief about the developing a software. Next type of myth, it's a management myth. Some standard tools are present in this myth. They are sufficient for the developer to manage a program. In this management, we're gonna manage some type of programs, but here the manager thinks that only few types of tools are enough to manage a program, but internally we are in need of too many tools, right? So it is also misinformation which was believed by the management. So the manager believed that we use latest computers. In the marketing, we have too many computers which are in a latest model, but manager think that I'm already using the latest type of computer. It is also misinformation. A good manager can manage a good project. If we are having a good manager, only we can manage any project very easily. So next one, it's a developer or a partitionary myth. In this type of myth, if I miss something, I can fix it later. The developer thinks that if I miss something in a program, which can be, I can also fix it later. But this is also called as a misinformation. If it may be possible to fix it later, or it may not possible. He thinks that whatever I have written, it doesn't have errors. So he thinks I can change it later. If it contains any errors, he cannot fix it later, right? It is also a misinformation where the developer thinks once the program is written and running, my job is done. What about the compiling process? If the written process is done and the running is done, we also need to get a proper output what we are in it. So it is also a misinformation. Developer is not fully dedicated. The dedication towards the programming by the developer will not be in a proper way, so the program may undergo too many errors. He believed that what software I have provided, that should be working. He is very overconfident about that software. If he gonna provide what software, he is thinking that it should compulsory working. If it does not work, what about that? So it is also a wrong misinformation by the developer.